Hey, I'm Eric, the Redneck Fisherman, and today what we want to do is a video showing you a little bit about flushing your engine in a fairly unconventional way. A lot of guys use the static flush on these Yamaha engines, and other companies make a similar product, especially for their larger motors, to flush out the salt after the end of the day. But we just repowered this boat, and one of the main contributing factors to us having to repower that boat was exhaust corrosion. And so one of the ways that we feel like we can best attack that is try to get the boat and the motor in as much of a simulated position as if it was on the water. And so what we've done, we went and we purchased a 100-gallon Rubbermaid tank. We bought a tractor supply company. Farm goods stores, places like that will have these larger tanks. And we tried to position the motor so that it gets everything under the water, where you would have a very similar situation if your boat was sitting right at the dock or coming off the landing, fully submerged and ready to go. And so what we want to do is just show you how this works, what to look for, and the way you can get a, for sure, good flush, active flush, or what we would call a running flush on your Yamaha motor. So we're just going to crank it up, let you see how this works. So now we've got it started up, you'll see very clearly that the motor's engaging. There comes your telltale. We know that everything's under the water and it's functioning just like it would as if you were sitting there at the landing, hooked up with the boat just running an idle. Another tip I want to give you real quick while we're doing that, it's something you can do. I would never recommend that you walk away from your boat while it's doing a running flush. You could have the water level go down, anything might happen, and if you had a heat signature go off, that little warning beep that goes off on the Yamaha engines, you might burn your motor up in just a short amount of time. So it's not a good idea to leave the boat while it's doing that, but we're always looking for something we can be doing while we're waiting on that to happen. So one of the things we do at the end of our day, we've got a white boat, and if you'll look right here, this white boat will take on some stain. And when you see this stain coming into the white, everybody has that question, what's the best product to get that off? The cheapest, best product that we have found is something called Barkeepers Friend. Now, for years, I've even cleaned black powder rifles with this stuff. It's good with getting rust and other deposits out. A lot of what you get in water, you get metallic deposits that get under or into the gel coat, and they're very hard to get out of there, so you have to have some kind of chemical reaction to get it. There are folks that have used toilet bowl cleaners. It absolutely destroys your gel coat. I never would recommend doing that. But this Barkeepers Friend, it has a great reaction. What we do is we just take a little bit of this, get it on a rag, get it enough that you can make it into sort of a paste, put a little bit of water on it, just enough to wet everything down, and you start immediately filling. Now, some people want to wear gloves with this because it is a little bit acidic. If you've got a cut on your hand, you definitely know you're handling something that has a little bit of a chemical reaction to it. But what we like to do is come along here, and not very aggressive, not very abrasive, just begin to rub down these areas that have some stain on them, and you'll see almost immediately that change starts coming in to those areas of the boat. And then at the back right here, this is a good spot just to take a look at it. Give you sort of a before and after. Once again, great product. Run your motor for about 15-20 minutes. You've got a running flush done. It'll be ready to go for you the next time you go out on the water. These are just two ways we've simplified living the life of boating and fishing, and I hope it helps you. And I want to say to you, good luck with your fishing trip.